you are at a crossroads. You're all at a crossroads. You're at a turning point. You're at a point where your history is starting to change, and it's changing right before your eyes. And you'll see how things are shifting before your eyes. You'll see all of the stories and all of the yarns that are being spun. They're being spun out, and you're being able to see the spindle and the thimble, and you're able to see where they're coming from. Where are all these stories coming from? You're starting to see it. You're starting to understand that all of these stories are just being spun by master storytellers. And these master storytellers who have been spinning these stories have decided that the best way to get you to understand that they are stories is to make them more and more unbelievable, so that you look at these stories and they don't fit a narrative, they don't fit a plot. If it were a movie, you would not watch this movie. You would say that it is too confusing. All of the plots twists in ways that don't make sense, and so you would lose interest. And that's what is happening. The master storytellers are spinning out a master story that is there to help you to wake up from this story. This story was a beautiful story, and the master storytellers were telling it for a very, very long time in order to keep you in a certain place, in order for you to learn the things that you needed to learn. And you've learned all of those lessons, and so the master storytellers are telling a different story. The storytellers themselves, they don't decide the stories that they tell. They're commissioned to tell these stories. They're commissioned on high to tell these stories. And that is what you're seeing. You're seeing that the stories are changing in order for you to understand that they were just stories, and that it's time for you to become a master storyteller. It's time for you to start writing the story of your life, the life that you would like to live. Where would you like to live? What would you like to be doing? What is the story? Who would you like to be talking with? Who would you like to be next to at this moment? What is your story? And this is what is being asked of you as you start to see all of these stories, all of these narratives unravel. The question that is coming up to you is, so what is the real story? And the answer is, you are the real story. So it's time to start making your story. It's time to stop watching the stories that are happening, that are unwinding in front of you, and it's time for you to start spinning the most wonderful narrative imaginable, the narrative of your life, the narrative of peace, and the narrative of moving into your dream life.